prettier than you are.
Well, I'm pissed about it.
Well, you don't get to be pissed about it.
I am.
You don't get to be.
Welcome back to Podcast the Hero. You might notice my computer quality or my video quality is a little higher than usual.
Yeah, look how smooth your skin is.
We've been sitting here for over an hour. And this is the first sip of soda I've had.
What kind of soda is it? Is it a Mr. Pibb?
Carbonated.
I think that's by default, right? It can't be soda if it's not carbonated.
I don't know. But everything is a disaster.
Yeah, life sucks.
I feel like I'm going to be like looking down the whole time.
Yep.
Look down, don't look 'em in the eye. How long, oh Lord, before you let me die? Too long.
Keep going.
No.
Everyone loves Les Mis.
That's true.
This week's episode is brought to you by Cornbot. Do you have trouble processing corn? Do you have trouble digesting corn properly?
You're not alone.
All you have to do is install Cornbot in your butt, and it all the corns.
And it'll tell you all the upcoming tour dates.
Yeah, tour dates. But it won't tell you unless you fuel it with corn.
Yeah, and it'll tell you through your anus. Through your anus hole.
We're also brought to you by our patrons. There are a lot of them, which I fucking think is amazing.
Oh, that's sick.
Absolutely the best podcast.
You're just saying that because it's true, or you're...
Nope, that's a patron.
That's a statement you've made?
Nope, that's a patron. That's our newest patron. Absolutely the best podcast.
And that's a true statement as well.
Absolutely. Rody left me in the morning without a blanket, but the night was wonderful. Sebastodon, the rat that lives inside Fritzy's butthole.
That's a
I
happy
swallow
rat.
cum.
Excuse me?
Source the Odd, Rob, Josh, Peggy Thrill, Green Street, Davey P, Todd, Phi, AE Common Thread, Evan, Zane, Rody Loves My Dink, Robert, Fritzy's Butthole Rat Love My Dink.
Okay.
Deconomus, Matt, What's Poppin' Cheddar Pickle?
That's cute.
Zach, Kane, the first Dan, Cage Panda, Zach, Jeffrey, Mason, TBJ, Anthony, Yuri, Nick, Fruit, Ashwin, and High Tops.
Hey, extra special shout out to Fritzy Butthole Rat Loves My Dink.
Yeah.
Really couldn't be happier to have you.
I mean, it's not me. It's my butthole rat.
Yeah.
We're completely separate. I have no influence. I don't speak for my butthole rat.
Yeah, but who... I'm so confused by all those names. And at one point, you just professed your love of cum?
Yep.
You just, if I'm correct?
I swallow cum.
Oh, you were just telling me.
Yeah, just letting you know.
What you like to do with seed.
I have an interesting piece of news for you. I don't know if you saw this, but last week's episode could not monetize on YouTube.
I did see that.
Because of a copyright claim.
Yeah.
In that episode, the clip that Cornman provided from the sky got copyright claimed by the artist Protest the Hero.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, our copyright stuff on YouTube is so infuriating. Like, Hate56 came to a show, and then all that shit got flagged. Like, I was talking with him, being like, I'm reaching out to our manager, trying to figure out, and, like, we always just reach a dead end.
Yeah.
And it's partially
impossible.
because we've been on so many different labels throughout the years. But it's like, we're fucking independent. We own all that music. Nobody ever fucking owned Palimpsest. Like, what the fuck is happening? Who's weird? Like, I got an email from YouTube when you put it up, and it was like, this happened. And I was like, fuck you. And like, I disputed the claim and was like, I wrote this fucking song. I own it. Like, fuck you. Every time. And like, they've got to have like a pile of my disputes, because anytime any of our music's on this channel, I get fucking flagged, and then I dispute it. I'm like, I wrote this and I own it. Fuck you.
Yeah, see, this is the problem. You think you own it,
Yeah.
but YouTube actually owns everything. Google owns everything.
I'd love to know what stupid ass fucking record label is responsible for this. And you know what? If it's our fault somehow, fuck me. But I'm pretty confident it's one of those fucking dickheads. Like, how could it even be? How does that make sense? It doesn't make sense that like it would be any of them, because it's Palimpsest. I'm infuriated by it. Why don't we talk about what we're here to talk about today?
Okay.
And we're here to talk about better music than PGH.
Are we? I don't
Yeah.
know. That's debatable.
I
think we
so.
might debate it right
Yeah.
now, because the the topic of the episode is Cowboy Carter, which is the Beyonce country record that was recently released. I listened to most of it.
You didn't listen to the whole thing?
I had a real hard time.
Oh, really?
It's really long.
You know what? It seems longer than it is. I listened to it in its entirety after you told me tonight that this is what we were doing.
It's like 30 songs.
Yeah, but some of those songs are just like little skits, which I love.
Yeah.
Like some of them, one of the songs is like a Chuck Berry like clip of one of his songs, and it's just like sped up a little. It's not 30 songs.
It's 25.
It's 30 pieces.
It's a lot.
Some of them are very, very short.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that.
The whole bit with like the Willie Nelson's the
radio
comedy hour or whatever
Yeah.
thing, that was ripped straight from Queens of the Stone Age, songs for the deaf.
I give Queens of the Stone Age no credit for anything.
Okay. Cool.
They deserve nothing.
Cool.
Brody Daly. I'm firmly in Brody Daly's corner in every aspect of
Sure.
everything.
Okay.
But no, fuck Queens of Stone Age. I think this is a great record. I do. I've never listened to Beyonce before in my life. I really like the first single when it came out, Texas Hold'em. Like I was like immediately just like, oh, fuck yeah. And you know what? Like this record really isn't a country record. There are fucking country songs on it, and there is heavy country influence throughout it, but it is so eclectic that it's difficult to call it a country record. Like there's songs that, like I'm trying to think of the one specific song, but it starts and it sounds like a traditional, like American folk fucking track. And then like all of a sudden the like beat comes in and it starts pounding, and it's like 40 seconds into the song does like a total flip. And it just shows like the interesting, both it's interesting in both production standpoint and a fucking musical style standpoint. I think it's a cool record. I like it.
Yeah. So my biggest note overall was the album musically is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's incredibly well produced. It's sonically very interesting throughout.
Yeah.
Lyrically, it is a Beyonce record. It's not like it's supposed to be, right? If you notice, like all the song titles have like 2 in them,
Yeah.
right? Because it's supposed to be the second part of this trilogy, and like the
Yeah,
first part was her last record that was like
Renaissance,
about dance music.
I haven't heard Renaissance. Like, I'm sure
Yeah.
I would recognize some songs that were hits, but I like the consistency with the horse on the cover.
Yeah. But so much of it is, I mean, it's what I would expect a Beyonce record to sound like lyrically, which is, I'm Beyonce, look at me. It's all about me. I'm Beyonce.
I think there's more to it than that.
I don't feel like there is, though.
I don't know. I think it requires some further dissection on your part. I think a lot of it has to do with black people and specifically black women's contribution to art and culture, and specifically,
I think it tries to do that, like in a few places.
Yeah,
it tries to do that, but then it's offset completely by, I didn't win a Best Artist Grammy. I'm mad about that. And
I didn't pick up on that.
Like, what was the thing? Like, she had a song before that they wouldn't let her be like on the country chart or something. And so like there's several diss tracks on the album that are just dissing like the Nashville establishment, which I don't have a problem with. I think that's good.
Yeah.
But it's not this like examination of African American or black roots in country music. It tries to do that a little bit in places, but I feel like it gets really offset by like a lot of her just like talking about how hard her life is because she was on tour with an incredibly successful music group, and then comparing that to like you work.
I feel like
you haul 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. And she like makes that metaphorical thing with, I was on the road and living on a tour bus is hard. It just.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it as whining about having a hard life or anything like that. I think that analogy is like that you're talking about, like what's it called? 16
carriages.
Like, I think she's writing a cool little metaphor and comparing it to like the Wild West and traveling across, but in tour buses and not the carriages, and it's like an interesting little story. I didn't pick up on any of the like poor me kind of stuff, but even if there was poor me stuff, that's pretty fucking country.
That's
what
true.
I mean? Like,
that's true. And I mean, I do know like she has gotten a lot of shit through her career for being like, not during performances, but like during interviews and stuff, being too country and not urban enough.
Okay.
And then when she tries to do a country song or whatever, they're like, yeah, but you can't do that because you're not country. You don't have the bona fides.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, I didn't take it as complaining. I took it as her like authenticating herself, being like, I'm fucking from Texas. You know, like, this is the shit. Like, if this isn't country, what the fuck is? Yeah, I like it. I thought there was some like badass shit going on. I've never listened to a Beyonce record in my life. I just thought that it was like pop music that, like, why the fuck would I care about it? But this is great. I liked it a lot. I don't know. It just it's not in my wheelhouse at all.
No.
I love that the structure on most of the songs is loose as hell. Right? Like,
it really is.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a
negative for you.
Well, no, I mean, it's something that is the reason why I've never gotten into Jay-Z's music, in that there are places within this record and within a lot of Jay-Z records, and I have to assume that there's some sort of influence there. where it sounds like, here, sing this melody to a click, and we'll put the music in after. And then somebody, when they put the music in, like slid the track over like a beat. And so like everything is like, doesn't line up to where the beat should be and the emphasis should be in the songs. And I'm sure it's on purpose, but like for me, it's like, it's unsettling. It's like, why?
Yeah, I can't remember what song it was. Let me think if I could just look at it and fucking know. But it started with like, it's Riverdance. It starts with like a fucking riff.
Yeah.
Right? And the riff goes throughout, and it is kind of what you're talking about, like her performance over top of it is not glued to it in any way.
Yeah.
And that, as like the person that I am, I do find that a little stressful.
Yeah.
And like distracting, because like I'm listening to this like weird like Celtic kind of chicken picking, which is like really weird and cool, and I'm like, this is fucking nice. And then she starts singing over it, and it's nice as well, and it's cool, but they do feel completely disjointed.
Yeah. And I don't know, I find that with a lot of Jay-Z songs too, where like he's rapping and it's almost like they're like, well, don't worry about it, just rap and we'll put some music in underneath it later. And it's like, just, there's something that doesn't mesh. I don't know. I feel like, so there's a point in the record, it's pretty early on, where Dolly Parton comes on and does a little speech.
Yeah, because it's all like conceptually, it's supposed to be like a country radio broadcast, and so that's why you have several sections like that, right?
Yeah. And then immediately after is a cover of Jolene, which the lyrics are rewritten.
Yeah.
And it felt like the little Dolly Parton piece. Like it feels like they did it. They rewrote it. They recorded it, or they were going to record it. And then they went, country fans are going to be really pissed that we changed the lyrics to this very, very famous country song that is like part of the
Zeitgeist.
It is like country canon. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a standard. So let's reach out to Dolly Parton and get her to do a thing that then makes it okay. You know what I mean? Like having Dolly's part before that sort of is I'm Dolly Parton and I'm giving Beyonce permission to do this to this song.
Yeah, or I'm fuck. That's speculative though, right?
I'm
like,
on board.
You're speculating.
Yes.
That's what it feels
100%.
like.
That's what
and
it
maybe
felt like to me.
Maybe it was put in there to kind of like protect it.
Yeah.
I had heard that Dolly Parton asked her to cover Jolene.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. That's unsubstantiated.
No, this was no research. It's just what it felt like to me. Like, yeah, this thing, and then, wow, this is a pretty drastic change from this country standard. It felt like it was like, it's okay. It's okay that we did this. Dolly's okay with it.
Yeah.
Don't get mad at us. Like,
I think it's great though. Like, like,
sure.
Fuck,
it definitely modernized that song.
I saw some girl on TikTok like crying about the covers, being like, just covers. Like, you gotta do your own fucking thing. She's like, she did her own thing. Like they reworked the fuck out of that song.
Yeah.
Like there's melody changes, there's like progression changes. Like they reworked it, and I think that's what you have to do for a cover. Like she took it and she made it something different. And I think that's so much more interesting than just fucking covering a song.
There's a song on the album called Daughter. Mm-hmm. It's which I loved.
Yeah.
I thought that song was amazing. It's like it was almost show tuney a little, like something that you would see as like a big piece in a musical, like like a solo for a character on stage, almost operatic a little bit.
Oh yeah. And at one point it like slips into like fucking Italian.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
It's a beautiful, beautiful song. I really liked that song.
Yeah, that was cool.
And the other thing, it did make me go back and listen to Linda Martell. So Linda Martell,
I'm unfamiliar.
she's the first woman of color to ever perform at the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, sick.
It was sort of the Linda Martell thing was sort of like the selling point of the record. Like, this is about black women in country music and the roots of country music being in African American spiritual music and all of the stuff that you see a lot with country music today, which is co-opting black culture for profit. But I did go back and go, okay, well, I don't know anything about Linda Martell. I'm going to go listen to some Linda Martell stuff, and it's really good.
Sick.
But it's also very much in that country, 1960s country sort of box, you know. She does some duets. She has some they don't call them duets anymore, but she had Post Malone on a track. She had Miley Cyrus on a track.
I like that Post Malone track a lot. It's pretty friggin' horny.
Yeah.
There's a lot of horny stuff on here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think that it's very good to compare Taylor Swift and Beyonce. I just think because they both put out, they're both fucking huge pop stars, and they both just put out a record, and they both have Post Malone on them.
Yeah.
Let me just say, this song with Post Malone is fucking a million times better.
Yeah.
If I'm making that comparison, that very specific comparison, these two recent songs with Post Malone, I really like this one a lot better than I like the Taylor Swift one. And I like the Taylor Swift one. But there's that is about all of the similarities.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like Miley Cyrus's voice is going to be really, it's finally going to match her when she's in her mid to late 40s.
Oh, she's smoky as hell.
Right? When she's in her 40s and singing like that, her voice will finally match. And, and people will go, oh, that scans for me.
That was a good track as well. I really liked that. There's something funny about, I can't quite place it. You know, she covered Jolene as well, and there's something funny about her just being on this.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it fits fine, and it was a really nice song, and she sounds country as fuck.
There's there's a run of songs sort of in the middle. It's Two Most Wanted, Levi Jeans, Shotgun Rider, Hands to Heaven. There's a span of songs in there that feel like, at least to me, felt like if what you're going for the record is a country feel, these songs could go on a different record and still be great songs for Beyonce, but sort of felt off theme, at least.
Yeah.
And then
she came out and said it's not a country record.
Right, yes. And has said, the purpose of it is sort of the Linda Martell speech about, genre is dumb, and we should not have genres, and genres should just
she did a good job away. Fucking flying all over the place. There's moments where, for some reason, I'm reminded, I don't think that she's influenced by power violence, but there's something about it that there's really brief songs with kind of samples happening, and it's something about it in my mind just goes some kind of fucking power violence influence.
like Desert Eagle.
Desert Eagle's a cool track.
Yeah.
I think
and then it goes, like, it gets to, like, Tyrant and goes right back into theme.
Yeah.
And I really, like, it was that middle section that sort of got a little sloggy to me because I'm not a big pop music guy. Yeah. And I really liked, like, some of the very, like, at the very beginning, like, there's a lot of sort of, like, psychedelic bits to it. And I kind of connected with that. But then it got real poppy in the middle and then went back. And that's when I was like, okay, yeah, I could get back to it. But it was a little bit of a slog for me in the middle.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. I like how horny it is. In Levi's jeans, she's talking about, like, you could be my jeans and hug on my ass or whatever. Yeah. There was one point where she's like, plant your lips on my lips and strum me like a guitar.
Yeah.
Going like, oh,
yeah.
This is so fucking horny.
It is.
And I loved it, dude. I loved how horny it was. I don't know why. I don't really listen to horny music. Sometimes I listen to some fucking super fast or super heavy breakdowns and I go, horny. But it's not so blatantly horny.
Right.
You know?
No, and I think, I mean, it's definitely like a vibe. It's a empowered woman vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I also kind of think when she's talking about, like, there's a whole bunch of times where she's talking about Ride It, and it's like,
oh, yeah.
You hear this, like, kind of pop music, and you assume Ride It, they're talking about fucking having sex. They're talking about fucking. I could have just stopped right there, but
yeah,
I have a poor way of speaking. But I think that, like, the actual, like, the double meaning and the true intention is, like, horse riding.
Right.
Like, she's flat out talking about that. Like, I don't think it's as horny as, like, you just hear it in a pop song and, like, you assume. But then it's like, no, she's being pretty clear about this. She's on a horse. She's on a real horse. Which I like it. I like that it's, like, subverting expectation, and that it's not, like, trying to be that fucking sneaky about it.
That's where my notes end.
Okay.
So I
didn't take any notes. I just have thoughts, baby.
My overall is it's probably a good record.
Yeah.
It's also probably not a record that I would go back to listen to again.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like, I think a lot of people on the internet are getting mad at people for not liking it, which is wild. But there's a lot of people on the internet also being like, I don't like it because it sucks.
Yeah, it doesn't suck.
Which is like the truth of the matter is like, well, if you don't like it, it's probably not for you because it's somewhat undeniable. I know there's people out there that are going to try and deny it, but it is. To me, it's undeniable. There's so many wonderful fucking things on it, so many wonderful moments, and like, oh, you can't appreciate the songwriting. Okay, well, there's more to it than that. The lyricism, there's the production tricks, like all those wonderful moments where it's like huge and loud and the compression just fucking hits and it sucks down to nothingness and then it fucking punches you back in the face again. Like that 16 Carriages song.
Yeah.
Like going into that chorus, when that comes in, that feels heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
And like, it's a songwriting trick, it's a production trick, it's fucking wonderful in all aspects. There's things for everybody to love here, but reality is, if you don't like it, it's not for you, as opposed to, if you don't like it, it's terrible.
Right.
But I think that's applicable to everything. I've made a very general statement.
All right. I have a game for us.
Let me just say one thing.
Okay. Please.
I was watching the lyrics while it was playing.
Okay.
And I think it's in the song Yeah Yeah, which I really liked that song. I think that might be the song that's got the Play Me Like a Guitar in it. It's like funky and whatever, but like, holy hell, it's a fucking amazing song. All of a sudden, like, backup voices come in and spell Beyonce, but they spell it wrong. Right? Like, I was just like watching the lyrics and I was like, what the fuck? Like, clearly the intention is to spell spell Beyonce, but they fucking didn't. And then I went and looked it up. And so her mother's maiden name, I don't know if it was pronounced Beyonce. It doesn't look like it's pronounced Beyonce. Let me see if I can get it up here. But it was her mother's maiden name. And at like the hospital when they were writing her birth certificate, they just like didn't give a shit and wrote it Beyonce, right? Like wrote it wrong. And then when she like tried to get it changed, they were like, "Fuck you! You're lucky you even have a birth certificate." But the thing that I don't get about it is, then she named her daughter Beyonce. I'm missing a vital piece of information here. I don't understand why it is the way it is, but it is. You understand?
I do understand.
Isn't that cool though? Isn't that neat? Like it was something that just like.
Oh, Beyince.
Yeah. What is it in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird, right?
Yeah.
But cool.
That is pretty cool.
It's interesting. Like I love that it was just this little fucking thing, and I'm sure like Beyonce fans are like super aware of that. But like, just for me, just sitting there, all of a sudden, like hearing them like quickly spell Beyonce and be like, "Whoa, that's not how you spell Beyonce. What the fuck is that?" And looking it up, and there being like something to like bite into there is fucking cool as hell. Are you researching?
Yeah, I'm Googling.
You're doing real nice research real quick?
Yeah, Tina Knowles has explained that Beyince is the name emblazoned on her stuff. Hang on. Okay. Explained that the name originated in a time of a lot of segregation. My name was Celestine Beyonce, which at that time was not a cool thing to have that weird name. I wanted my name to be Linda Smith. Said she and her brother Skip were the only members of the family to have the Beyonce spelling. Why is my brother's name spelled Beyince? And the alternative with the ONCE was what they put on your birth certificate. Her mother's last name was Beyince. Huh. Yeah, black people didn't get birth certificates. They didn't have certificates because it meant that you really didn't exist. Wow.
So
that's pretty cool.
But then why? What I don't understand is why she would name her daughter after this, like, clearly, you know what, fuck. There's something there. There's something there that I don't know. There's a piece of information between those things. Should we play your game?
Yeah. All right. This is I call this the Darius Rucker game.
Okay.
But it's really, she's gone country. Look at them boots. She's gone country. Back to her roots.
Country.
She's gone country. A new kind of suit. She's gone country. Here she comes.
Okay.
Okay.
I know that song.
Yeah, that's by Alan Jackson. So all of these questions are about artists who have quote unquote gone country.
Okay. I know a lot about older country and what was referred to as new country in the 90s. Yep. We'll see how I do on anything that's even approaching modern.
Aaron Lewis, by all accounts, is a horrible human and sucks lots of dicks.
Yeah,
he had a huge country hit called what? Wait.
No, let me get it, because I know it. It was like, it's like in that fucking whole "Make America Great Again" kind of thing, but it's like that ain't country to me or something like that. That's not my kind of country or something like that. Read the options.
Here we go. My dog, my woman, my beer.
Oh my gosh.
Country boy.
Country boy, shake
Country
it for
girl.
me. Okay.
Or the poke is a joke.
The poke is a joke. I've just accidentally looked it up. Sorry.
I just accidentally looked it up.
Yeah, it's Country Boy.
Yeah.
But no, he has a song that ain't country. That's what it's called. And like it's basically him just being like, I am the authority on country music, which is insane because it's like if you were writing a song that's like, that's not acoustic new metal to me, then I'd be like, yeah, this guy's got a right to tell people. Like, I don't know. Who's
Darius
the fucking thing he
Rucker.
is? Yeah, hell yeah, Hootie, baby.
AKA Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish went country famously. What did he say to a kid asking for an autograph at a golf tournament I was at?
You were at?
I was at a golf tournament. It was a Pro-Am golf tournament. And he was playing in said golf tournament with the professional golfer who his kid went to school with my brother, so we knew their family, whatever. So we were out watching him play golf. And in his little foursome, Darius Rucker was the celebrity that he was paired with for this golf tournament.
Whoa,
So I was basically following Darius Rucker around this golf course all day. And I watched a young kid, 10 years old, run up to him and ask him for an autograph. And what did he say to this autograph seeker?
Give me the options.
Was it?
My video is like way
Was it
behind.
A, I'm not here to sign autographs.
Okay.
B, are you seriously talking to me? C, who the fuck is Hootie? D, eat shit and go fuck yourself.
So I take it he wasn't nice to this kid.
Not at all.
Did the kid call him Hootie?
The kid did call him Hootie.
Then it's got to be fucking C, and he gets what he deserves.
Yeah.
I back fucking Darius, man. My video is moving so slow. I know it's probably going to be fine in the editing, but it's driving me nuts. I look like I'm frozen.
Yeah. You're probably fucked.
I don't care.
This episode's screwed.
This is a great episode.
Bret Michaels of Poison fame is now famous for wearing his Florida-style cowboy hat. You know, the kind with the really rolled up
Yeah.
edges? That's Florida style.
Oh, is that Florida style?
Yeah. He made his country creds by appearing on what show? Was it the 2003 CMA Awards? The 2005 Bernard County Fair in Kansas? As a judge on 2005's Nashville Star?
That one.
Or on an Yeah?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay, final question.
Woohoo!
Known pedophile and piece of shit from the band I would choose to erase from history, Steven Tyler made a country album called what? We're all somebody from somewhere.
Golly.
We're all nobody from nowhere. Boston is a country town. Or get a grits.
See?
Boston is a country town?
I think so.
No, it's we're all somebody from somewhere.
Oh, they're all bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to make up a country quiz for you.
Okay.
90s country star. One of the
Barf
90s
Brooks.
One of the 90s biggest but not the biggest.
Travis Tritt.
Ended up getting real drunk in a church parking lot and just kept showing up all over the place, drunk out of his fucking mind. And then I think he died. Who was it? Was it A, Travis Tritt. B. Corb Lund. Was it C. Randy Travis, or was it D. Garth Brooks?
Well, I don't think it's. What was the second one?
Corb Lund.
I never heard of that person.
Oh, you love him. The truck got stuck in, the Ford got stuck in, the truck got stuck in the tractor.
It's that one.
No. It's Randy Travis.
Is it?
Yeah, oh yeah. I don't know if he died, but he... They kept finding him, like, drunk places, a bunch of places.
I work with a guy that looks just like Randy Travis.
When Johnny Cash recorded live at Folsom Prison,
Yeah.
which other country star was currently incarcerated in Folsom Prison? Was it A, Johnny Paycheck, B, Merle Haggard, C, Alan Jackson, or D, Garth Brooks?
Johnny Paycheck?
It was Merle Haggard.
Oh, Merle Haggard, huh? Outlaw Country.
Yeah. So, who is the beautiful redhead that had tons of hits in the early 90s, or sorry, late 90s, early 2000s? Is it A? Wait, no. Sorry, there's got to be more to it. She's a beautiful redhead that had lots of hits in the late 90s, early 2000s. And she
Is it
doesn't.
Reba McEntire?
No, it's Joe DiMessina.
Oh, Joe DiMessina.
I was trying to set you up for a fucking... First, you were going to think that it was Reba McEntire, but couldn't figure out how to make it not also applicable to Reba McEntire. That's I'm done with my fucking made-up quiz.
I have a thing.
Okay.
So the whole reason I chose this topic for this episode is because I'm convinced that when protest finally comes to an end,
Yeah.
that you will have a second life as a country singer and that you will go full country.
I don't think so.
And so I have mapped out the timeline of your country career.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Hit me with it, Daddy.
It's 16 parts.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's quite long, but I'll give you an opportunity to comment as we go through this. So, step one, you move your whole family to Merritt, British Columbia, the Nashville of Canada.
I don't like British Columbia.
Well, but that's where the Nashville of Canada is. It's the home of the Canadian Country Music Hall of Fame.
I feel like I would, if I wanted to get really country, I'd move to fucking northern Alberta.
Thought about that, but no. You have to move to where the country music is.
But I don't like it there. It's
Too bad.
rainy.
The second thing you will do is grow a mullet.
I want a mullet.
Number 3, you will immediately book shows in Calgary during the Stampede at the Nashville North Stage and Window on the West, which are two well-known places during the Calgary Stampede. That
They are
country
not well known to
musicians
me.
play. Well, step 4 in your journey to becoming a country music superstar, you will continue to drink Coors Light.
I do like Coors Light. I like Bud Light too.
The next step is you will release a cover of Man, I Feel Like a Woman,
Right.
gaining the praise of Shania Twain.
Hell yeah. I could do that.
Step 6, you will do
wanna
a
do that.
country cover of Skater Boy called Farmer Boy,
Okay.
and you will gain the praise of Avril Lavigne.
All right.
You will then release a country EP that includes those two covers called I Have Always Been Country. I Was Just Ashamed to Admit It. And then immediately get into a Twitter feud with Blake Shelton over being a country sellout for marrying Gwen Stefani.
But I love that Tragic Kingdom record.
Yeah, but Blake Shelton's a country sellout for marrying her.
But that's basically doing Aaron Lewis being like, I'm new to country, and I will set the ground rules for what is and what isn't country.
100%, because immediately after that, you will call Nashville, Tennessee a cesspool of wokeism.
Oh, so I'm going fucking alt-right country?
That's the only way to go, I think.
And what is it?
Then you will drunkenly
Tyler
crash your
Childers.
truck. You'll drunkenly crash your truck into a scarecrow.
I like that.
Tumble from the cab nude. And then play a full set of your EP from start to finish for a family of rabbits.
I'm going Mad Randy Travis style.
Yep. You'll then get canceled by mainstream media for using what they assume are Canadian racial slurs, but are in fact just the names of the players on your new favorite hockey team, the Wheat Kings.
Okay.
You'll release your first full-length country album called An Outlaw on Main Street, which is just you playing a mandolin and singing AI-generated lyrics about your dog, your beer, fishing, belittling women, and your progressively tighter jeans.
I don't like where this is going.
I know, it's not great. This album gets no traction until you start promoting it on Trump's Truth Social platform, where it's embraced as music by a real man for men who definitely don't secretly want their bums fingered by their best pal Daryl. You become a darling of outlaw country stars like Kid Rock, Hank Williams Jr., Hank Williams III, and Hank Williams IV. The title track of your album becomes the theme music for Donald Trump's campaign rallies for his fourth term unopposed as Commander General of the Southern States of America.
God.
At which point you will have achieved a level of wealth and notoriety that you never imagined possible. Walking out of your country mansion one morning, complete with stables, helicopter pad, and servants' quarters, a dark figure will approach you quickly, and before you can defend yourself, Micah Ratty will smash you in the crotch with a sock full of ball bearings and run away.
My God.
That's it.
Is that it?
That's it.
Why?
That's how you go country.
I would never do that.
I don't know.
I don't like that kind of country.
That's the only kind of country there is.
No, there isn't.
It's real country.
Go put on that new Tyler Childers fucking music video. There's men kissing in it. That's real country. It's the closest thing to fucking real country that people are actually doing now. You know what? I'm not going to go there and Lewis and claim that I'm the authority on it. I just like it. But no, I hated what you made.
Yeah. I hope so.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Don't do it. Just
I'm not
don't
gonna.
do it. And then this will never happen.
I'm for sure not going to do that. It would, it's like the antithesis of my life, all of it.
I know. But that's what happens when you go country.
No, it isn't.
I'm
You don't
pretty
have
sure.
to go country like that.
I don't know. I have some pretty good examples. Aaron Lewis, Darius Rucker, Brett Michaels, Steven Tyler.
Darius Rucker's not friggin'... He's not a right-wing lunatic, is he?
Oh, I don't know. He's an asshole.
Well, so what? You could be you could be an asshole without being a fucking piece of shit. Total piece of shit. Can't you?
I got it. I brought it back to a little more wholesome.
Did you change it for me?
No. That lives on forever. Here. I think that should have gone. Yeah, it did. There you go. I sent you a gift. Double cheese.
It's all in my ears.
The other video is so far behind.
I got the other computer working. That's how long it took me to get the other computer.
It's been 2 hours.
I'm gonna stop. The video looked good though.
It did.
Double cheese. So you sent me a present?
I sent you a present.
I'll send you a present.
I drew you a thing. This is much more wholesome.
As in, I drew you a thing, but I gotta send it from my drawing thing. Because apparently none of my things speak
From your
to each other.
iPad.
From my iPad. You drew myself and my dad.
Yeah.
Wait, it's my dad? Is that me?
Yeah.
What am I wearing? I know my dad's wearing a life jacket.
Yeah, you're just wearing a brown jacket.
I don't own a brown jacket.
I know. You were wearing in the picture I took it from. You were wearing a like a plaid flannel, and I wasn't about to draw all that, so I just made it.
I was about to draw all of this.
Holy smokes!
Yeah. Isn't that something?
I have to hold this up to the camera.
That's Cowboy Callahan.
That's amazing.
Now, I would like you to take note of the flag you're holding.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Is that Texas?
Puerto Rico.
Oh.
I'm not sure why.
Do you just pick Puerto Rico for no reason?
I don't know. I was looking at it being like, I'm just going to draw a Puerto Rican flag for some reason.
I thought it was like the Republic of Texas or whatever. Like
no,
the
that's Puerto Rico.
Texas independence or whatever.
It is funny. Like every now and again, you'll see a Puerto Rican flag and you'll be like, is this some kind of Southern American racist stuff? And you go, oh, no, just Puerto Rico.
Oh, by the way, I'll hold this up for folks to see.
Oh, it is quite nice.
Yeah.
We're dressed for two different climates.
Well,
2 different seasons.
It could be cold on that boat.
He's in a t-shirt.
Yeah. I couldn't find a picture of the two of you together, so I had to merge 2 pictures together to make one.
I'm sure we got pictures together. One time I put up a picture of my dad. I put up a picture of my dad for Father's Day with a Ninja Turtle, and I said, "Happy Father's Day, Dad. My dad's the guy in the middle," which was the Ninja Turtle. Pretty cool, huh?
Oh, my God.
There's a tornado in my city. That's a good record, man. I don't care what you say. You're wrong.
That's fine.
I feel like it's a good record. You could listen to it while you're driving. You can listen to it while you're making whoopee if you wanted. That's actually probably a really appropriate place for some of it. You could listen to it at a fucking party. You could put it on the background of your Twitch stream. endless opportunities for you, Fritzy.
It just didn't do it for me.
Yeah, well,
But I didn't mention, because I really wanted to talk about the record and not so much about Beyonce.
yeah.
But my biggest issue with Beyonce is she has a fantastically powerful voice.
Okay.
But she tries to do too much with it too often.
I felt like this record was really held back. Like, I feel like there's a lot of it, and then she was singing in like a lower register for a lot of it. And sometimes she gets really low, which is cool bananas, and I liked it. I didn't think it was too much.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes she tends to hide that great natural timbre of her voice that she has with too many flourishy runs and stuff.
Yeah, I think
But
maybe,
I think that's a personal.
I think that's maybe where the magic is in her voice, right? Like, I don't think she's like big belty notes. I think she's the flourish. I got to plug my computer in. I just realized it's dying like fucking crazy. I got to.
Well, maybe that's why I was going all slow.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
There's a tornado in my titties.
Oh man. Yeah, this episode is interesting. It's we didn't have the normal amount of time to prepare.
It's getting a double charge now. It should be going, but it's
Oh no, the video quality and everything instantly picked up as soon as you plugged it in.
wow.
Instantly.
That's crazy. It truly is.
Yep. Yeah, it's like completely back. Everything's great.
Wow. Remember when I was double cheese for a minute?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
We should do that now from now on.
Just
You should
always have
always
double
have two
cheese.
cameras on you. Two different angles.
You got it.
But you got to mute one of them.
Which one?
The new one. Otherwise, you get doubled up audio.
Double cheese. Double cheese.
It's
Oh, I got to
now.
mute the speakers too. Double cheese.
Is
I
that
don't
the
know how to
new?
mute the
Is it? Have we created a new standard where now we have to have 4 cameras going at all times, multiple angles?
I like it's a little Fritzy sandwich. It's like you get 2 slices of cheese and put a Fritzy in the middle.
You don't know which one to look at.
No, I don't. I'm very confused. Did we exchange presents yet?
Yeah. Remember, you showed me a picture of me on a horse with a Puerto Rico flag, and I showed you a picture of you and your dad,
That is.
and you're dressed for cold weather, and he's dressed for warm weather. And you're also, you can't tell from that picture, but you're on a boat.
Yeah, we're on a little dinghy.
Yeah.
How do I mute? If I could just mute you and me on this computer. You know what? I'm fucking around. Let's end this podcast. Everybody eat shit and fuck themselves, okay? And that comes, and I mean that doubly tonight. I mean it doubly.
For you and you.
From us. From both of us and Fritzy.
What if there
Eat
were
shit.
2 fucking cheeses in real life?
That'd be sick.
Would it be like matter and antimatter? Would, like, as soon as you guys touch, you would cancel each other out?
And we would be touching. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even have. We'd see each other and we go, shoot. We wouldn't even have to talk about it.
Oh, it's brilliant. But you can also pick a picture from your...
Is he she?